All right, guys, welcome back to Commission Reviews. We got some things to get into, and welcome back to Queen, Cause My Cheeks TV. Well, welcome back again, Kids My Cheeks TV. I'm so happy to always have you come on my channel and talk your shit. So we are talking about the challenge, which is a hot mess. This episode to me was not that great. It was a little lackluster, but it's still better than Big Brother. So we're going to talk about it. The
Okay.
challenge, the challenge is called. I think it was the episode was called Hangman. Well, that's the actual the version of the. Okay, I think I jumped ahead a little bit. I'm so sorry. I jumped ahead just a little bit. Okay, so after Tiffany and Cassia were, sent back to the crib, we get back to the arena, and the algorithm goes strikes again, and the new pairs are David and Shannon, Kylan, Angela, Derek and Shan, Ben and Kyra, Enzo and Desi, Dominique and Cachet. They're a mess. Danny and Azza, Xavier and Kayla, and Tyson and Alyssa. And then Cinco and Sarah, and Leo and Justin, and James and Tasha. So not a whole lot of mess with the players and with the pairings, but at the crib, James is feeling some type of way because he feels like there's not enough respect on Amazon Race's name. That he won the elimination with Kayla, that everyone needs to respect him or whatever. So Jen is like trying to be like cool with her new partner Derek. She's really like, of course, doing her Shantham thing that everyone has seen doing Survivor. All that mess. So and even Derek was like, girl, seeing kind of side eyeing her a bit. James and Tasha are trying to connect, but it's a struggle. She's really strong and he's not. He's better socially than he is challenges, to be honest. And Dominique is so irritated and acting like he's an old man, which, I mean, I know he's not young, but he's acting like it in the house of young people. Like, every time he makes a plan, I'm so tired of him. I love Island. Oh, my God. I mean, I can understand. I mean, I'm going to talk about Cassie and Cinco, too. No lies, okay? That's his partner. That's his partner. What do you think about that? That's his partner. He's tripping.
I'm over Cassia and her sad love songs as well. So I understood his frustration. Like they gave her a whole scene, a whole segment of about a storybook, and is it the last page of my love? And I won't be able to turn and get another sequel. And I'm over it. Like this is a great series, but they need to do better season 2 in the drama department because okay, we get it. Cache, you not over Cinco. What's next?
Exactly. So, I agree. Tyson and Andrew, they're no longer partners, but the smart thing about the two of them, they're still working together, okay? Love it.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're on the same page about what they want to do, get rid of weak players. And they need to get rid of weak players every week instead of just going after strong players. Because, like I have said it many times, if I'm a strong player, I want to go against somebody strong, all right? So, they're feeling pretty, they're really like feeling themselves, to be honest. I'm the top one, blah, blah, blah. Everybody wants to get money with Tyson. He's a little bit arrogant anyway, so there's nothing really new about that. So we have the Hangman, which is the next. Let me before I do this, I want to shout out Kiss My Cheeks. She is a mentee of mine, and she also is a great content creator. She has a Twitter that I'm loving that she is really being active on. You guys go follow her. She's in my Twitter spaces a lot. Joining in the conversation. She has a great commentary. Please make sure you go follow her on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, and all her social media. So anyway, um, the Hangman partners run to get. They have to grab the stairs. They have to build the stairs pretty much. Okay. Once they build the stairs, they the partner climbs to the top. They balance on this ledge, child. Okay, while holding a rod on their back. The other one grabs the letter, like Wheel of Fortune, from a bin, and then they put on the top of the stairs, and then run with the letter to the phrase board, and they call it out A, F, whatever. If the letter is not the right one in the phrase, they got to grab a 10-pound bag of sand, and they add it to the rod on their partner's back. This is crazy, okay? Until they get it all, get the phrase close to it, and I'm guessing, like I said, what I said, what did I say? Oh my God, what's the game I just mentioned with Vanna White?
Hangman.
No. Well, I'll say
Oh,
Vanna
Wheel of
White.
Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So the parents, Dominic, he doesn't understand why Cassie running so fast. She says she's gonna go pee.
A mess.
Girl, I was like, what? You seriously know you to go pee before this? Are you freaking serious? I'm like, okay, whatever. So Sarah doesn't really understand why people are starting to walk. And as a child, Tasha thinks that she should pace herself instead of just kind of gassing out. Angela and Kylan, let me tell you something. I'm gonna let you give your opinion. I respect Kylan so much after this competition. The way Kylan played with Angela, I always knew that even though he got my nerves with the cookout, that if he was on his own, he would kick serious butt. And he did not disappoint. What do you think about that? Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Back to the algorithm, when they announced Angela and Kylan as a partnership, I already knew that they were winning. I didn't even know what the challenge was going to be. I said this is a strong partnership. They're winning this week, so he did what I expected him to do, and he did a great job.
He did. So, matching each one, Derek gets frustrated because Shan isn't really doing it and makes him do more work. They always getting irritated with each other when they don't truth about it, to me. So Angela and Kyler are the first one at the top of the staircase, and she's like, I'm gonna hold the rod. Teams start to finish, doing whatever gets to the top. So Leo letting Justine hold it doesn't really make any sense at all. She can barely hold it without the sandbags, and she's so little. I don't even understand. Ben is like this Wheel of Fortune fan, so he's like, I don't know. He did the RSTLNE. I remember I put that down first. So James and Tasha, they keep falling further behind. They struggle. James struggles in all the challenges, if the truth be told. Dominique is the first to get the letter wrong, so he has to put 10 pounds of Cachet's rod. Pretty much at the very end, um, Tasha, who is this? James and Tasha get back to the game, but immediately gets the letter wrong. And Lord Jesus, he put the bag on her and she falls and DQs immediately. James had the nerve to say, Tasha, what happened? I was like, you got the letter wrong, bro. What you mean, Tasha, what happened? What do you think about that crap? I was like, girl.
But you know what? I'm surprised more people didn't get more letters wrong. It seemed like most people only had one 10-pound bag. I would have expected people to get up to 20, 30, 40 pounds. Like, I'm surprised most people only had missed one letter, but I was more surprised that Tasha, who is a bodybuilder, couldn't hold up that pole. I think maybe it was just he let it go too quick and she wasn't expecting it, but I definitely wasn't expecting them to be first out on this portion of the game.
Well, let me tell you something. So the race is pretty much straight on. Colin gets it right first, but he's the one that bring more bag back to the start. Ben gets the phrase right. It's neck and neck with them too. Colin gets the anthem, but the thing about it, I was screaming, Colin!
Girl, I wasn't even screaming.
I wanted
Ben wasn't gonna catch Colin.
But Ben was doing his thing though. I knew he wasn't gonna get it, but he was pretty close. He was very
Ben
close.
Was doing his thing. Yes, Ben was doing his thing, but in a foot race with a 50-pound bag, Colin had that. Just awful. I don't want to say age because me and Ben probably the same age, but he wasn't beating Colin in a foot race. It just wasn't gonna happen.
So Angela, 2 wins out of 3 challenges, so she can talk her crap all day, and nobody can say she's wrong because she is that one. That's real talk. Regardless what anybody says, that's what I want to see go back to Big Brother house. I need a strong woman in this house so bad. Anyway,
you want to see her back in the Big Brother?
You know why?
Not
because
her.
I don't like Angela. Listen to me, I don't like her. But the women that we see are trash. If you're playing the game and you're doing a good job, you're not doing bullying, I want to see that. But what I see in the house now is trash. She's playing the game. She's not playing the personal game. She never has. She plays a hard game. She always has done that. Okay. Anyway, so Angela talks to Tyson about, of course, just being elimination. They're working together. Of course, they say Dominique and Shan under the bus. So whatever for Survivor teammate, that was over with. Dominique knows, he's in trouble. But James says, he has to go get somebody who has some coin that he can steal. So Leo is pissed. Like, what the hell? Kyle and Angela sit down and with Tasha and James, and they admit that Big Brother teams are, that of course they cannot float. Dominique, Cachet, Leo, and Justine is their purposes. Cachet tries to tell Dominique, cut out telling people we want to go in. She's like, stop it, bro. Did you see that part?
Yes.
Was she wrong for saying
So
that?
it seemed like, yes, if it's no skulls involved, why do you want to go in? And if you aren't going in against someone who has $10,000 so you can get to TJ's final, why risk it? So I'm with Cachet on that. Like, we don't have to go in. Quit saying that. Like, no.
His strategy is kind of piss poor. All he was doing was getting mad because Cachet was trying to tell him the game, and he didn't want to hear it. Like, he's hearing it from somebody young. No one, just because somebody's younger than you doesn't mean they don't have more information than you do. They can't teach you something. You should never feel like you can't learn from somebody. If you feel like that, then you have a lot of problems to me.
Cachet is probably more in tune with the house than Dominic is, or Dominic.
Yeah. But when you have a partner, you listen to each other. That's how you win. It's a partnership.
Yeah.
You learn and grow off each other. It's not one way. And he's like, when I'm at work, they just do what I say. Well, excuse me, you're not at the construction site. Hello.
Right. I said the same thing. Sir, you are not at work.
He was. I don't know. His ego was bruised. I don't know. So James tell Leo that he wants to go get some, and that shocked and like, oh my god, Leo was like so upset. Kelly was upset. It really didn't make any sense to me. So at the elimination, we have Angela and Kyla pick Dominique and Cachet because they think they're the weakest, and they want strong players at the end. So here we go. It's called plug and play. Teams have to start on the top of the giant container, and then they have to like jump up into the water and release this puzzle block that's chained to a bottom. Meanwhile, the other one throws the pieces down to the ground. They slide down a fire escape hole, kind of, and they start stacking the pieces. All in elimination, the water be coming out the cage, and once the water hits a certain line, the game is done. So the player in the tank has to plug the hole, mind you, as much as they can to get the partner enough time to stack 14 blocks. The first team to stack 14 blocks wins. So Cachet wants to be the one in the water. Dominique's like, no. So let's see who make a right choice. She even said, okay, if this doesn't work out, remember I said this here. I remember she said that in the confessional part or whatever. Do you remember that part? What did you think about that when she said that? Because I was like, interesting.
When she said she should be the one in the tank?
Yes.
I agree with Dominic on that part because Cachet can't swim. And if you can't swim, you're going to panic underwater, holding your breath. You're not going to do a good job releasing those things because you have to be comfortable in the water to do this type of challenge. So I agree with Dominic. Cachet, you build, but Dominic almost lost it for them because he forgot to cover the hole. So
right. That's why I was wondering which way would have been better, honestly.
No. Cachet should have just yelled in the tank, cover the hole, but she didn't need to be in there because she would have been spent more time panicking, trying to get breath than staying under there releasing the blocks.
Gotcha. So Tasha starts to stack her pieces before Cachet even gets on the ground. Dominique, he gets his last piece because Dominique came in there kind of guns blazing, getting like a lead on James. Dominique forgets to plug in the drain, putting his team at risk for DQ, which I thought was stupid as hell. So, especially when Cachet's tower falls and she has to start all around. Oh my god! So it becomes like a race.
Right. He was sitting there watching her tower fall, but also watching the water drain. I'm like, what are you doing?
Exactly. Everybody was screaming like, bro. They was frustrated with him. So, Cachet Tasha is a race. I'm the water line. So it's Cachet Tasha in the water line. It's like the race because we're all watching. As he's not paying attention to the plug, like, you idiot. So Cachet takes her last piece and calls for the check right as the water, bro.
Right.
Hits the line. It is so freaking close.
Second, yes. But I don't think James had all his pieces out of the water, if I'm correct. So it was really just a race between Cachet and the water because I don't think Tasha had all her pieces anyway.
Right. I don't think she did. Um, a stupid mistake of forgetting to plug the drain could have ruined the entire situation. They got
Yes.
super, super lucky. It was really sad to see Tasha go, and I really was sad for her because she was like, "I want to come back," and Jay was really emotional. So now the Amazing Race, there are only two. So Angela and Kylan were literally the beast of this week. And Kylan is probably somebody in the house that people go to look out for. Um,
Agreed.
After Tiffany left, I kind of feel like that Tiffany was kind of like that glue they spoke of, which was actually pretty much correct. And maybe something towering over them. I don't know. That when she left, it's like everybody kind of busted wide open. What I mean by that, I mean Kylan. It's like I'm free or something. I don't know. Not no shade to her, but I feel like that he felt like I'm free, and he just completely blah 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 blah. Even though she unfollowed him. But anyway, I digress. It's a hot mess. But
Mm.
it was an okay show. It looks like the next episode's gonna be a little more fireworks and everything. I don't know how much we're gonna really get to see on the little preview, but it looks like there's gonna be some fireworks happening. But the whole thing I'm looking forward to is getting to that USA final, and I'm wondering, are they going to have? It's not gonna be just them. It's gonna be like the next All Stars 4. Whoever wins that will also be going to this big. I don't think it's going to be just them. So I'm hoping that Ayana and I know Naya is training. Shout out to you two queens. I hope to see them on there because I will be rooting for them so much to get on to the challenge 4. I want it so bad for them.
I hope they can play together.
I gotta find the clip of that of the interview where she said that. But yeah, I really want them to get on. That would be so everything. So,
Mm-hmm. Have they
but anyway,
greenlit for?
huh?
Have they greenlit for?
I haven't heard anything about it, but so far so good. I've been reaching out to some alum, but I haven't really heard any definite whatever. But I gotta find that clip to keep the conversation going. Actually, I gotta find that clip today and put it on
Mm-hmm.
my Twitter because Naya didn't mention it about she's training and she's getting ready for season 4, and I want to put it on. I want everybody to like know about it because I want her to get on there. So. Oh, girl, I appreciate you coming on, Mama. This was a good recap. Like I said, it wasn't really like great, but we always make it fun anyway. It should be a little more drama, a little more thunderstorm and all this kind of stuff next week. So again, guys, make sure you go check Kiss My Cheeks out, Kiss My Cheeks TV, excuse me, on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, everything. Instagram, go follow her content. She is a part of the Community Reviews crew anyway. She's family. But you follow her not because of that. You follow her because she has great content and she's a black content creator out here doing her thing. So with that being said, I am back to the door. Is there any closing words you want to say about the Challenge USA, Queen?
No, keep up the good work, and I'm looking forward to the spin-offs like Argentina. Oh, I saw a few pictures of the people from Japan. They look like competition. They look like
Really?
severe competition. So I can't wait till they wrap it all up and we see the international war of the champions. So I'm just looking
It's gonna
forward
be
to this whole
crazy.
franchise.
It's gonna be for us. It's like the Olympics. So
Yes.
you and I are most likely gonna be covering this together on both our channels and together. So it's like it's gonna be like the Olympics for us, and
Hmm.
we're gonna be literally probably covering it because it's probably gonna be showing like the Olympics. Can you imagine? I'm gonna be covering this with the Big Brother. Like, okay, in this race we have. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I
Yes.
cannot wait. It's gonna be everything. Okay, all right, guys. That being said, have a good day. Be blessed, and we'll see you guys next time.